It's a cloudy day, but the stars are out here in Healdsburg, California, as the Packers, coming off a big win in Marysville, are back at home and ready to start a 3-game homestand on the weekend. The Packers take on the South Placer Stonecutters. Hugo Traverso alongside Easton Stockford. We're going to have the national anthem sung by Healdsburg's own Neil Rogers in just a moment, and then we'll run through the lineups and get ready for the start of the game. First pitch scheduled at 6 p.m. We'll head down to the field for Neil Rogers.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, it's a beautiful day in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, and he gives us a beautiful rendition of the national anthem. We'll go through the starting lineup now for the South Placer Stonecutters. Leading off for them and playing third base, Tyler Bolyard. And batting second, behind the plate, Josh Mendoza. Tyler Cody, the center fielder, bats third. George Shaikowski in the cleanup spot in right field. Luca Peterson at short, batting fifth. Batting sixth, Gavin Delaney at second base. And then in left field, batting seventh, Cale Lambert. Batting eighth at first baseman, Gavin Munguia. And then the designated hitter batting ninth, Peyton Dupree. On the mound for the Pack is Caleb Kimball from the University of Houston, two-way player. Saw him take up the bat a couple days ago, and now he's back on the mound looking for another great night for the Pack as they look for their 9th win on the year. Easton, what are you looking forward to tonight?
I'm looking forward to another Caleb Kimball start. It's his 3rd appearance of the year. He's 2nd on the team in innings pitched. 8th, the only one ahead of him is Texas Cooper Rummel, who has 9. He's been really good. He's 2-0 in his 2 appearances, allowed 2 hits in those 8 innings and 2 runs across, both of them earned. So been really solid on the mound, only allowed 5 base runners all year. Is rocking an 11.25 Ks per 9, but really it's kind of been tough sledding for the Packers as of late. Up until last night, they dropped 2 out of the last 3 games, but when the going gets tough, the tough get going, and they showed that last night. And Marysville came away with a 7-inning win. Run ruled them, and it was a good show of resilience and a good way to bounce back from those tough 3 games, and now a pretty tough Stonecutters team that they're going to have to show some more resilience again and try and really find their footing in this season.
Well, Tyler Bolyard will come to the plate to face off against Kimball here. Getting set just a little bit after our initial scheduled start time of 6 o'clock. Bolyard is a catcher at the University of California, Riverside. Folsom, California guy, Vista del Lago High School. This year he batted 133 in 15 at-bats for Riverside. He steps in from the right-handed batter's box, and he gets set. Kimball into his delivery, the offering. And it's in there at the knees for called strike 1. First pitch at 6:02. The temperature is 70 degrees, mostly cloudy here in Healdsburg. The wind blowing out to right field. 0-1 now as Kimball sets and delivers. Swing and a miss. Goes low again, and Boyard chases. Defensively for the Pack, Kimball on the mound. Trey Martinez, his battery mate. Right to left in the infield at first, Matthew Austinfort. Brendan Lewis at second. J.C. Osario guard at third. And then Matthew Mansberry making his Packer debut at short. Left to right in the outfield, McCoy, Morrow, and Van Wee. Here's the pitch. And this one is grounded high down the third base line, but foul.
You mentioned that wind out there blowing out to right field. Going to play a huge advantage to those lefties today. Ball can really carry out to right. And the way that flag's blowing out in left field, it is going to be high winds out there today. Kind of looking like the U.S. Open out in Southampton with the way that flag's blowing.
Yeah, that one is going to be an exciting weekend. Another exciting weekend of baseball and golf here. The 0-2 is swung on and fouled straight back into the backstop. So count remains at 0-2. Packers open a 3-game homestand. They will be playing today against South Placer, and then they head back. They're back here tomorrow for the West Coast Kings, and then complete it with the Marauders coming to town on Sunday. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Home plate umpire rings him around, and Boyard takes the Rosie. He is headed back to the dugout. Kimball has his first strikeout on the game.
And that game against the West Coast King is really going to be the biggest show of what the Packers have learned over this last week or so. Split the series against them, had never lost to them in Pacific Empire play. So trying to get a little revenge from their latest loss.
Well, here's the pitch now to Mendoza. He grounds this one onto short. The high school glove in Mansberry making the play, throwing it onto first in time. Matt Mansberry, fresh off of his second consecutive runner-up in the Ohio State Championship for Walsh Jesuit High School, headed to the University of Michigan next year. Interesting story how he found his way out to Healdsburg following high school graduation, but that'll be told in just a second. Here's the first offering here from Kimball to the new batter, and swing and a miss on a little fastball. It's Tyler Cody who will step in.
With the debut of Mansberry and the transfer Martinez, 4 Michigan players now in the starting lineup for the Packers tonight.
0-1 with 2 down. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Quickly up 0-2. So an 0-2 count with 2 down. Nobody on. Still nothing here in the top of the first. Kimball shakes off Martinez twice. Shakes him off again. Shakes him off a 4th time. He finally gets his pitch, fires, and this one is popped foul to the left, giving chase as Osario a guard, and he makes the catch, but it's out of play. So it'll remain 0-2.
Yeah, I got that line going out there down the left field, level with the fence, and where that fence cuts off and where that line is out of play. So you can make the catch same on both sides, but it doesn't count as the out, dead ball.
It's very interesting how they decided to draw that line. The 0-2, fired in, big swing and a miss. Went early on the breaking ball, and the Consumes River College center fielder has sat down. Kimball fans 2 en route to a 3-up, 3-down inning. We'll look now at the Packers offense. The batting order for tonight, Dane Morrow leads off, playing in center field. Brendan Lewis batting second at second base. Hideki Prather, the designated hitter out of Cal, bats third. J.C. Osario guard, the new Bo, he bats cleanup at third base, coming off of a 6 RBI night. Then Jake McCoy, who's been hot as of recent, playing left field, he bats fifth. Trey Martinez, the new Michigan transfer, bats sixth. Playing catcher, Matthew Austinfort at first base, bats seventh. Will Van Wee in right field, bats eighth. And then Matthew Mansberry in his Packers debut will bat ninth, rounding out the order. For the South Placer Stone Cutters, it is going to be Noah Warner on the mound. Easton, what are you looking forward to in this Packers offense?
Looking right at the middle of that lineup. You look at Prather, Osario, guard, McCoy, and the 3, 4, 5 spots all have been really hot. Specifically, J.C. Osario, guard, as you mentioned, the new Rainbow Warrior, just transferred from San Jose State to the University of Hawaii. And ever since, he's kind of been on a tear. Had a home run a couple nights ago. And then last night at Marysville, the 6 RBI a night. So he's got a little bit of that luau power going, feeling good about his transfer. out to the Rainbow State there in Hawaii.
Well, it's all in the hips. Noah Warner on the mound from Whitney High School, graduate there out of Rockland, California, same hometown as Giants ace Logan Webb. Currently at Sierra College Baseball over there in Sacramento. A lot of Sierra College, a lot of American River College players on the South Placer Stonecutter squad. A lot of Sacramento's best, and you see that a lot when playing the Packers. Looking at their opponent list, they've got a ton of guys who are coming here to Healdsburg to compete that are from that Sacramento area.
Warner started about a week ago against the Humboldt Crabs, who's a really strong team out in Humboldt. When 4 innings pitched, only allowed 1 earned run. So looking to replicate some of that success here in Healdsburg.
Well, Dane Morrow is looking to catch flight to start the game tonight. Batting from the left-handed batter's box, he stands in. First offering from Warner on the way. It's a fastball on the outside, 1-0. Morrow, University of Michigan guy. Warner sets up from the right part of the slab. Here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt. Count moves to 2-0.
Dayton Morrow, one of a few guys to play in all 10 games, whether he's starting or coming in. He's been a really key utility guy in the field and at the plate for this Packer squad so far.
See if he can work a trick. 2-0, and he pops this one up into shallow left field. Coming in, giving chase is Lambert, and it drops in. So a leadoff base hit as Dane Morrow takes flight. And now the throw over into the infield is not in time. Morrow advances on the lackadaisical rally in from South Placer. Horrible for them, as now Brendan Lewis will stand in, gives us a chance to look at the South Placer defense. Warner's battery mate is Josh Mendoza. Gavin Munguia at first. Gavin Delaney at second. Josh Boyard at third. Luca Peterson at short. There's the offering here to Lewis, and he watches that one low, 1-0. And then left to right in the outfield for the Stonecutters, Cale Lambert, Tyler Cody, and George Shaikowski. Lewis out of Arizona State University. The 1-0. Fastball, he pops this one up down the first base line, and that one is going to drop foul next to the Steindorf barn.
Lewis didn't start till about 4 games into the year, but has quickly emerged as one of the best bats on the team. Second most extra base hits with 4, a home run, and 3 doubles while batting .263. So having himself a solid start to the year.
They'd love if he'd bring some of that desert heat and desert flight here tonight. The offering in is in there on the inside part of the plate. 1-2.
It was a little bit late on the strike call there. The ball's already halfway back to the pitcher and called a strike.
Oh, 1-2 on the way. That one caught the knees. Lewis can't believe it. Called strike 3, and he sat down on strikes. And now here comes Hideki Prather, the cow catcher, playing in the designated hitter spot today. One down here, runner on second, 0-0, bottom of the first. Warner comes home, and this one is in the dirt. It skips up. Throw over from the catcher to third is not in time as Morrow moves up on the wild pitch.
That's what this Packer team has done so well this year, is just put pressure on the defense on the base paths. Dayton Morrow doing it to perfection. I mean, he gets the bloop single, stretches it into 2 bags, and then advances on a wild pitch there, and he's got basically 93 feet of bases there.
Well, Prather in both his college and, as the offering to him is in the dirt, 2-0. Prather in both of his college and summer ball has batted exactly .333. So they always say you get on base with a hit 1 for every 3 times you become a legend, and that's what he's looking to become here. 2-0 on the way. He swings and fouls that one off, a high fastball on the inside part of the plate. Count moves 2-1.
Prather's just been real consistent, kind of a rock, and anchors down the middle of this lineup.
And now 2-1 on the way from Noah Warner, the offering. And he pops this one into shallow center field, falling and over to make the catch is Gavin Delaney, the second baseman. Now quickly 2 down with a runner 90 feet away.
Thought maybe Morrow was going to go there. Do his best Jose Altuve impression, trying to tag up on a shallow fly ball. Put more pressure on the defense. But JC Asaragard's got to try and work some magic here. Not the start you would want to have. Leave runner stranded on third after a leadoff double.
Well, he had 6 RBI earlier in the season. Well, it was actually last night against Marysville.
That's earlier in the season.
It's technically earlier in the season. Here's the pitch, and it's inside, so 1-0. Asaragard leads on the most qualified players for average, 433. Offering there is a foul tip running into the glove for strike 2. Asaragard, he was trying to go yard with that one. He definitely could. He's up to 2 bombs on the season with 14 RBI, leads the team in that stat. The 0-2 is flared out into right field, falling, and it falls in ahead of Shaikowski. A run in to score, and the Pack take a 1-0 lead.
It's just an RBI machine out there these last 3 games, racking them up. He's been really sharp and has quickly emerged as probably the best bat for the Packers in these recent weeks. 2 home runs in his last 2 games, 6 RBIs like you said last night. How about 7 in the last 2 games, and we're in the first inning.
Well, he could be an early shout for player of the game or, well, player of the last 2 days as Jake McCoy stands in here. McCoy, powerful right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch. Fastball is upstairs. He turns on it and fouls it off on that first base side. Fans filing in here into the grandstand. 2 down and a runner on first for McCoy. He's looking to pick up his former teammate. Warner kicks and fires. Breaking ball, and he hits it right side on the ground and through. So a string of hits, and the Packers are back in business with 2 down.
McCoy just kind of a lackadaisical start to the year, but has really turned it into gear in these last couple games as well. It seems like the Packers have really woken up at the plate and started to file things together.
Well, interesting, Trey Martinez coming to the plate, listed as, or well, announced as from UCSD, and he still, on all of his social media, says UCSD, so we were told University of Michigan, but I guess still at University of California, San Diego. Here's the pitch, and he checks swings, fouls it off. 0-1.
Has entered the transfer portal.
Interesting. Instagram says he's still at UCSD, but maybe yet to change it. Here's the pitch, and he fouls this one off to the right. 0-2 now. He's looking to keep things moving here. He's batted 600 in 2 games with the Pack. He's got an RBI, looking to pick up number 2. Here's the pitch, and he breaks his bat. Slow grounder to third, picked up by Boyer. The throw to first in time. And the side is retired, but the Pack pick up a run on 3 hits. They do leave 2 stranded. We'll be right back. Top of the second, due up. 1-0 Pack lead. Welcome back. George Tchaikovsky due up to start the inning. It'll be Tchaikovsky, Peterson, and Delaney for the South Placer Stonecutters. Stonecutters already have quite a few wins against PEL teams. Beat the Marysville Giants, took down the Solano Mudcats. So they're a strong team in their first year as an organization. Here's the first offering from Kimball to Tchaikovsky, and it's a fastball off the plate, 1-0. The 1-0, that one's inside, 2-0. The 2-0 on the way, and Tchaikovsky hits this one on a one-hop, fielded beautifully by Lewis. Throw on to first in time. And Tchaikovsky is retired. He got the fat part of the bat to that one, but a great play made by Brendan Lewis.
He's proved to have some real value in the field. Really versatile, can play anywhere in the infield other than first base. Particularly been very sharp at second.
Well, here comes Luca Peterson. First offering to him is a breaking ball that falls into the zone there for a called strike. 1-0 lead here for the Pack with one down in the top of the second inning. Peterson waits. The 1-0. Just off the plate. Ball 2. 2-0. Actually, a 1-1 counter. Scoreboard's got it wrong. Here's the pitch, and this one is flared out into right field, giving chase, but eventually giving up as Will Van Wee as that one falls out of play. Peterson out of Folsom Lake Junior College. A lot of Folsom guys here. Great athletes come out of Folsom. Most notable right now is Ryder Lyons. The 2-1 is just outside there. Count moves to 2-2. Kimball kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. Ball goes into the dirt. Martinez, left side, fires it to Austin Ford in time, and the Peterson is retired. Third strikeout of the game so far for Caleb Kimball. As now Gavin Delaney will stand in. Delaney a signee with, or not yet a signee, rather a commit to Cal Poly. Currently at Whitney High School. Here's the pitch, breaking ball in the dirt, 1-0. That Cal Poly baseball team made it to the Morgantown Super Regional, and they're excited to have a guy like Delaney from Whitney. Whitney High is one of the best teams in that Sac Joaquin section. The pitch, that one is low. Count moves to 2-0. So 2-0 here, Kimball shakes off Martinez, now gets his sign. Kicks and fires, and this one is grounded up the middle, fielded by Mansberry, running towards the second base bag throw on the run to first in time. And Mansberry showing off the glove in his Packers debut. Side retired. We'll head to the bottom of inning number 2. Stay with us here. Welcome back. Matthew Austinfort will lead things off for the Pack. Warner back into his second inning of work. Surrendered 3 hits and a run in his first time out there. Shockingly, though, no walks.
Seems to be a trend, though. A lot of walks this year for the Packers.
Here's the first offering to Austinfort, the powerful lefty. He swings on this one. It sends it into Triple's alley. That one is going to get down. It'll touch up against the wall. He's digging for second. He doesn't think he wants it. He wants more. He's headed to third, and Joey Gomes throws up the stop sign. Checking into third with a triple is Matthew Austinfort. How do you do? The third triple for the Packers this year.
Just a great swing there. First pitch swinging. Leading off both the first and the second inning with a hit for the Packers. Now, speaking of trends, Hugo, Caleb Kimball has retired the first 6 batters he has faced in almost every game this year. The Packers have held the other team scoreless the first 3 innings and hitless the first 3 innings, other than when they played the East Bay Marauders.
First offering to Van Wee. He sends this one out to right. It's going to get over the head of Shaikowski. It'll head to the warning track. Shaikowski fields it. Bill Van Wee, he is caught up in a rundown, trying to get back to second. The tag is applied. He is out, but Austinfort across the score, and the Packers take a 2-0 lead. He should have just kept on going.
I think he maybe was thinking 3 off the bag and saw the stop signs a little too late from Coach Gomes. Thought he could win the foot race back to the bag, but nonetheless does his job, gets the run across, and still get credit for the double.
And now Matthew Mansberry, first Packer at bat. First offering to him is outside. Mansberry, his sister, a graduate of Cardinal Newman High School. Mansberry chose to stay in Ohio when the family split. And he's here for his first summer in the Berg. The 1-0 is down low. He digs it up and fouls it off. Came to a few Packers games last year. When I was talking to him, he said, I really think that I could be a part of this community, part of this culture. I really like Coach Gomes. And he's like, I'll be out here next summer. Was one of the best hitters in all of high school baseball this year. The 1-1 swung on and hit foul back. 1-2 now. An Ohio guy decided to commit to Michigan, probably causing his neighbors some emotional distress.
Yeah, that big rivalry out there.
1-2 with 1 down now to Mansberry. Here's the offering. He lines this one into right field. It gets down for a base hit. And the Packers go 3-2-1 for the 7-8-9. Mansberry has his first hit as a Packer.
Home run away from a team cycle here in 1 inning. And 4 batters looking for a single, double, triple home run and 4 consecutive batters. I don't know if I've ever seen that done before.
I don't think I saw that last year. So, yeah, it would be likely a team first, as now Dane Morrow steps up, singled his first time up when he led off the game. Now here in the second with a 2-run advantage for the Pack. Here's the pitch from Warner, and that one's high and away. 1-0. Mansberry played in the Jupiter Classic down in Jupiter, Florida. Perfect game, All-America Classic. Guy that is just unreal at the high school level. Michigan's very excited about him. The 1-0 to his future teammate in Dane Morrow. Morrow waits the pitch, and that one skips in the dirt. 2-0.
Definitely a 2026 draft prospect. I do know there are some MLB scouts here today.
Yeah, the Cubs are here doing some video scouting. 2-0 on the way, and Morrow fouls this one off. So 2-0 with 1 down here. Pack have a 2-0 lead. Triple, double, single they've gone. And now it's the top of the order. Warner sets up. Kicks and fires. That's a fastball away now. Count moves to 3-1. So buffet count here for Morrow. We could have the full cycle with a walk here.
Man,
That would be, I guess, the next step down. Here's the pitch, and Morrow lines this one up the middle. Having a beat on it is Cody. He moves back and makes the catch, and Matthew Mansberry was going. He has to run back. The throw in is over the head of Delaney. He isn't able to bring it in, and so Mansberry is back in, and he and Coach Shoup having a little bit to talk about there.
Actually, luckily for Mansberry there, he ran into the shortstop, and obstruction would have been called there. Umpire pointed at it to note it if he weren't to make it back in time, but would have been safe at first either way.
Well, now one down for the Pack. Here's the pitch, and this one is hit dead center field, way back there. It's going off the base of the wall. It kicks back in. Lewis is digging for third. Mansberry in to score, and he's in there, the second triple of the inning for the Pack. How do you do? Oh, my goodness.
Just about 2 feet from a home run there off the bottom of the wall. An awesome swing there from Lewis to put that one the opposite field off the fence. Turns on the burners as well. This team has some real speed. How often do you see 2 triples in 1 inning?
That was almost out, and now South Placer can head out and talk things over with Warner. And we'll take a break. Welcome back here. They will stay with Warner. 2 down here in the bottom of the second. Hugo Traverso joined alongside by Easton Stockford. 2-run inning here for the Packers. They've gone triple, double, single, line out, triple. So if they stay consistent, here comes Hideki Prather, and the throw is in the dirt. It gets around the catcher. He can't find it, and Lewis is across to score. It is now 4-0 Pack. This is what Healdsburg needs heading into a very, very big game tomorrow against the West Coast Kings. Never thought I'd say that sentence in my life, but here we are.
That Kings team, solid, and they're hungry.
4-0 lead. Here's the pitch to Prather, and he watches that one break outside, 1-0.
The most complete first 2 innings I think we've seen at the plate from the Packers.
2-0 instead, the hitters count. Here's the pitch, and Prather swings on this one, fouls it off to the right and out of play. It'll land just shy of a couple toddlers walking under the Steindorf barn.
It's felt like the Packers have gotten a lot of their big innings off walks and pass balls, but everything being done by the bats today.
Here's the pitch, and Prather fouls this one off to the right again. Count moves now 2-2. Rosario Agard awaits on deck, and that could be trouble here for South Placer. Two with 2 down, and Warner steps off. Packers a 4-run lead early here. Good pitch, and he fouls it off again. Prather battling.
A good battle here. Staying alive, fouling everything off down that first base side. Needs to make an adjustment, try and pull the ball here.
2-2 the count here with 2 down. Warner kicks and fires. And Prather hits this one off the thin part of the bat into shallow center field, giving chases Peterson. He dives and makes the catch. And so the Pack are retired. They do bring across 3, though. 4-0 when we return in the third.
Back here at Rec Park, a hot start for the Packers. 3-run bottom of the second inning, 4-0 the score. As Caleb Kimball looked to keep rolling here on the mound, has retired 6 straight, the only 6 he's faced, 3 of which via strikeout. Cale Lambert will lead things off, the left fielder for the Stonecutters. First pitch, Kimball fires, that one slips away from him, ball 1.
Yeah, the ball was flying off the Packers' bats in that last inning. 2 triples and a hard line out. A lot of extra base hits and putting the ball in play with a lot of exit velo.
1-0, Kimball, that one skips in the dirt. And a 2-0 count. He fell behind in some counts, but he's done a good job bouncing back. He's worked really efficiently all year long. As you mentioned, 8 innings pitched, second most on the team, only allowed 2 hits and 3 walks in those 8 innings. 2-0 pitch. That one chopped foul.
He's got great arm side movement on a sinker and changeup.
And works that curveball in there well as well. Able to get good swing and miss stuff. 2-1 pitch. Kimball fires. That one fouled off as well. Able to level the count back at deuces.
Yeah, there was that curveball there. Got a weak foul ball out of it and got him in a good count here.
Has 3 strikeouts already. Maybe looking for a 4th here. 2-2 to Lambert. That one jam shot over to second. Lewis will back off. Now fields it over to first in time. There's 1 away in the top of the 3rd.
That's that arm side movement from Kimball, getting it up the barrel. And not a great swing from Lambert there, just an easy ground ball to second.
Got in on the handle. Gavin Munguia at the plate. Kimball's first pitch off the inside corner for a ball. It's been 4 groundouts and 3 strikeouts, so nothing in play in the air for the Stonecutters yet tonight. Haven't been able to elevate. The 1-0 bounce in there. That's picked out of the dirt by Trey Martinez for ball 2.
And for Kimball, it's all about working on that inner half of the plate, trying to get weak contact like he just did.
Has the ability to do both. As that one bounced in there. Now a 3-0 count. As Munguia trying to threaten and be the first base runner of the game for Caleb Kimball. 2-way guy on the mound and played center field 2 nights ago. 3-0 pitch. I want a fastball right down Broadway for a strike. One in the middle 3rd of the plate. Now the 3-1. That one skied into right field. Van Wee ranging back, and he'll make the grab quickly 2 away as Kimball's able to bounce back to lead off both batters in the top of the 3rd inning.
Are you a fan of these neon uniforms for the Packers?
You know, I am. They're the City Connect, the 80s throwback uniforms. I feel like we need some new City Connects too. Get some wine themed out here in wine country, even going all the way back to about 100 years ago when the Packers were founded. But they're nice little change of pace, good little pop of color. As that one breaking ball drops in there for a strike. They do give a nod to the heritage of the team as well. Something a little different for sure. Fits in that City Connect mold. The 0-1. Another breaking ball. This one lined up the middle. Mansberry picks it up, throws across, and a beautiful play by the Michigan commit. 3 up, 3 down as Caleb Kimball goes through the whole order in order. No runs, no hits, no base runners allowed here through 3. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. Back here for the bottom of the third as the Packers trying to build off the 3-run bottom of the second inning. And J.C. Osorio Guard, arguably the hottest batter at the plate. Recently transferred from San Jose State to the University of Hawaii. First pitch on its way. That one lined down the left field line, but hooks just foul.
Agard has been super aggressive early in counts, trying to get a pitch that he can hit, and he's been hitting it hard recently. Absolutely mashing the ball as of late.
Already has 1 RBI tonight. He's 1 for 1, drove in a run in the first with a single. The 0-1. That one chopped on the ground on the third base side again for a foul ball. Noah Warner still on the mound, back out there for his 3rd inning of work for the Stonecutters. He surrendered all 4 earned on 7 hits. An 0-2 hole here for Osorio Agard. Warner sets, rocks, and fires. Breaking ball just above the zone there, close pitch. Count moves to 1-2.
Stonecutters trying to settle Werner down.
Off to a good start here. 1-2 to Agard. That one jam over to the third base side. Bulliard throws across the diamond. Good stretch at first, and there's a 1 away for the Stonecutters in the bottom of 3. Jake McCoy now will step in. Also drove a single in his last at bat. Playing left field today, 3rd year with the Packers. First pitch to him. Big swing and a miss there on the first pitch fastball. Warner will get ahead once again. 4-0 the score here. As Warner deals to McCoy. That one catches the black on the outside corner. 0-2 count now. Trying to put away too quickly here in the 3rd.
Good movement on that fastball. Came right back into that outer part of the zone.
Some good run. 0-2. Breaking ball. Thought it was strike 3, but it'll be called the ball. One just off the plate. As Mendoza looked over to third to try and throw it down. Now 1-2. That one in the dirt, into the left-handed batter's box. Now count level 2-2.
Just tug that fastball a little bit.
Boy, has the power. 2-2. That one lined to the left center field. That'll be a base hit, maybe more. McCoy stepping on first. He's looking to on his horse. He'll be in there standing up. And it's a 1-out double for Jake McCoy. And the Packers have a duck on the pond.
Well, if you're Werner, you have to try to locate something off speed because these Packers hitters are too good that they will mash the fastball if you keep serving it that.
Seen a lot of pitchers go to the off speed and throw a lot of front door, back door breaking balls. Not seeing that from Noah Warner tonight, and he's kind of paying the price for it. Packers have done a great job at getting to teams' bullpens, but getting to the starter early in this one. 1 away here. This is Trey Martinez, University of California, San Diego. Takes a first pitch for a strike. The backstop in today's game. Since he's come in this last 3 days, he split time with Tommy Brown behind the plate. He's off to a good start, 3 for 5 to start the year. 0-1. Just outside for a ball. 3 for 5, 1 RBI and a walk. Struggled a little bit defensively in his first start, but has looked sharp so far tonight. 1-1 now. McCoy off the second. Outside, that one on the chalk, and it'll be 2-1 count. So runner in scoring position here, trying to add on another run here in the third. Warner comes set. No check to second. Straight home with it as that one fouled off by Martinez.
There's a huge hole in that 4-hole right side of the infield. If he can sit back on this one, deliver a good ground ball, that's a base hit all day.
Gavin Delaney, the second baseman, holding on McCoy, as well as kind of a small shift for the pull to the right-handed batter. 2-2. Warner just misses outside there. Now count full.
It's a great take from Martinez. That one almost clipped the edge of the zone. Good discipline from Travion to lay off.
Did just miss, according to the TrackMan. Now Warner set the payoff pitch on its way. In the dirt, ball 4. And Martinez is able to draw a walk. And that'll put runners on first and second here with one away for Matthew Austinfort. Austinfort ripped a triple to left center last inning. Came in to score as well on the RBI double from Will Van Wee. These next 3 batters due up all have hits in their last at bat. First pitch to Austinfort. That one hit hard into center field. Ranging in is Cody. He'll make the catch. McCoy tags at second, digging for third, and he'll be in there standing up. So a sacrifice fly for Austinfort. Now runners on the corner for Will Van Wee. Van Wee out of Houston. Been a solid bat for the Packers so far.
Austinfort with a good swing there. Just couldn't find a hole in that outfield.
Van Wee batting right around 280 on the year. First pitch to him. Outside corner for a strike. I went off the plate according to the TrackMan.
Very late call, too. Indecisive.
He's had a couple of those. The 0-1 cut on and miss. Now, with a chance to drive in some runs, Van Wee falls behind. Oh, 2 count. Warren trying to get out of the jam. On his way. That one lined down the right field line. This is going to get down and all the way to the fence for extra bases. McCoy across the score. Martinez gets the windmill. Here he comes to the plate. Throw cut off. Van Wee standing into third. Both runs coming to score. 6-0 Packers. Third RBI of the game for Will Van Wee. And he has a double and a triple in his first 2 at-bats.
What a swing from Van Wee, getting that pitch from Werner and staying inside of it, lofting that one down the right field line in the perfect place. And even the right fielder, Shaikowski, had trouble picking that one up, so that led to Van Wee getting all the way to third on that one.
That'll bring up Matthew Mansberry with 2 away. And a runner on third after the bases clearing triple from Will Van Wee. 1-0 count after the first pitch ball. Warner comes home. That one lined right back up the middle, a base hit. Van Wee will score with ease, and Mansberry has his second hit of the ball game, an RBI single. 7-0 the score.
Well, Werner just only throwing the heater here, and the Packers are doing some damage.
It's been the bottom of the lineup tonight. The 8-9 hitters, Van Wee and Matthew Mansberry, through 3 innings here. 4 for 4, 2 singles, a double, and a triple between the 2 of them. Now Mansberry on the move. Throw down to second from Mendoza. Mansberry's in there on the slide. So add a stolen base to those numbers I just gave you for Van Wee and Mansberry.
And like they've shown, this Packers team is not afraid to run get the uniform dirty.
Not only one Packer with outreaching base so far tonight, 2 without a hit. Trey Martinez reached via walk, and Hideki Prather is still looking for his first knock of the ball game. Other than that, everyone has 1 or more hit. RBI is coming from left and right. 7-0 on the 1-0 pitch. Dane Morrow out of Michigan at the plate. He's 1 for 1. Stretched a single into a 2-base hit on a bad throw, and then stole a bag as well. Now 3-0. Comes home to Morrow. That one on the ground. That'll be through for a base hit. Mansberry off the inside corner. He'll come to the plate. Throw home is not in time. Tack on another 5 runs in the bottom of the third, 8-0, and the Packers are piling it on here.
I mean, this is just an explosion up and down the lineup. Everyone is pitching in.
Now a mound visit here for Warner as he gives up his 8th run of the game here in the third, and he will be the end of his night. And Brandon Lewis will be due up, but we'll take a quick break. New pitcher on the mound for the Stonecutters. Back here with 2 away in the bottom of the third. Zach Lodazinski on the mound, right-handed arm coming out of the bullpen for the Stonecutters to face Brendan Lewis. As Dane Morrow is on first after his RBI single, making the score 8-0.
And Brendan Lewis, just a perfect example of speed and power is what the Packers are trying to build here.
Showed it in his last at-bat with an RBI triple. First pitch going for Morrow. Throw down, not in time. Second stolen base of the game for Dane Morrow. As he reaches on the pop-up slide and able to beat the throw of Mendoza. He'll move into scoring position here with 2 outs. A 1-0 count now to Lewis. Radozinski set, checks over to second. Morrow held on by Delaney. Fires home. That one a fastball with some run in on the hands. That's some good movement out there. You're snapping that curveball or slider, the breaking ball in there and warm up. Got some good run on that fastball too.
Yeah, that sidearm release will get you that induced horizontal break.
2-0. That one finds the zone for a strike. Just caught the outside corner there. Radozinski from American River. 19 appearances last year, 18 innings pitched, went 0-2 with a 5 ERA and 13 strikeouts. 2-1, breaking ball smashed down the left field line, but well foul. He's able to battle back to 2-2. And Nolan, definitely the cloudiest game we've had. Looks like almost like it would rain at least. Don't know how the weather works quite as well here, but certainly looks like it could rain.
Well, it was drizzling a little bit this morning, and very odd for a June night here at Rec Park.
That 2-2 pitch chopped to the right side, picked up at first, thrown across, and that'll be the third out of the inning. But a big inning for the Packers. 4 runs come across to score. They have 11 hits tonight in the game. They strand one here, 8-0 the score after the 4-run third inning. Back here for the top of the fourth. It was a perfect game for Caleb Kimball, allowed no base runners, but keeping him fresh as he announced this morning he will be transferring from Houston to Texas A&M to go play at College Station. So congratulations to him transferring to the SEC, big-time school in Texas A&M. After a good season at Houston, and now was the start of a great season on the mound out here in the Berg. That'll bring Jaden Ferguson to the mound. His first pitch up in the zone. His Longhorns just knocked out of the College World Series. Did not travel with them.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'll do great things as an Aggie.
Not a bad place to be. That one in there for a strike. Ferguson, one of 3 Longhorn pitchers on the staff. 1-1. He sets, kicks, and deals. That breaking ball almost gets Tyler Bolliard as we're back to the top of the lineup for the Stonecutters.
Bolliard Kate his first time.
2-1. That one cut on and missed. Big swing there. Now a 2-2 count. Two. Ferguson set, gets the sign. Now he's ready to go. That one just outside count. Now full. Ferguson, one of two of the Texas players out here who is leaving. Cooper Rummel and Jaden Ferguson are both out. That one popped up right side. We'll redo the payoff pitch. Jack Parrish, the third, hasn't announced he is transferring from Texas yet, looking to stay there. 3-2 for a second time. Payoff pitch on its way. That one, fastball in there, called strike 3. Martinez picks it up, throws to first. And that is dug out over there by Matthew Austin for it. That'll be the second strikeout of the game for Bulliard. First for Jaden Ferguson. There's one away in the top of the fourth.
Jaden Ferguson has struggled a little bit this year. 3.2 innings pitch coming into this one with a 7.36 ERA, so definitely looking to improve on that versus this Stonecutters team. He's off to a good start with that KF Bulliard.
A smaller sample size. One comes home, just misses. A 2-0 pitch on its way home. That one misses. The 3-0 count on its way. That one down in the zone. It'll be ball 4. So Mendoza will walk, the first base runner of the game for the Stonecutters. It took him 3 1/3 innings. Trying to man aboard, and Josh Mendoza will lead off a first. Tyler Cody at the plate, struck out his first time up. Ferguson closed off. Deals home, breaking ball outside.
Ferguson has had some trouble with walks. That's his 4th of the year in just 4 innings.
About 3 earned runs. 1-0. That one garners a swing and miss. Count 1-1.
Pitcher of the University of Texas right now is Jaden Ferguson.
3 appearances. 1 against the Bay Area, 2 against the Chico Lone Wolves. 1-1 count now. That one cut on and missed too. Got him chasing below the zone. Able to get ahead 1-2 now.
And you've got Cody in swing mode. Let's see if you can get him to roll over and give you a ground ball get out of this one.
1-2. Mendoza off of first. Ferguson gets the sign, comes home. That one just misses. Count level 2-2. And it was a good performance to start the year for Ferguson, but just the June 12th performance against the Chico Lone Wolves in a 12-6 win where he went 1.1 innings and gave up 3 earned runs on 2 hits. That one's outside. Martinez will snag it. Count will be full yet again.
Well, with not a big sample size, you know, 1 bad inning, you could balloon that ERA pretty quickly.
Trying to get it back in check here tonight. Payoff pitch here with 1 away. That one inside corner, got him looking. Right on the black.
What a pitch there from Ferguson. Absolutely buckled Cody. And that will sit him down with his second K of the night.
2 outs now, both of them strikeouts looking for Jaden Ferguson. George Tchaikovsky now at the plate, righty-righty matchup. Ferguson loops one in there. Called the ball. Oh, 1 count now. Still the runner on first, Mendoza. So that one just misses outside. Ball 2. Two-0 count now. Ferguson fires home. That one swung on and missed. First strike of the at-bat. Able to battle back there with an elevated fastball.
Good juice on that fastball by Ferguson. Absolutely blew it by Tchaikovsky to get back in the count.
2-1 pitch. Another fastball, this time in the dirt. Fastball coming in mid-90s, 94, 95 miles an hour.
And you can see why this guy is playing for the Longhorns. You know, he has electric stuff. It's just about commanding that.
3-1, chopped over a third. A guard picks it up. Throw to first. Austin Ford makes the grab. And that'll be 3 retired for Ferguson, 2 away the K. And it'll be 1 walk. All of that is had for the Stonecutters in the top of the 4th. We'll head to the bottom half. Back here for the bottom half of the 4th, Hideki Prather leading things off for the Packers. One of 2 Packers without a hit. Trying to change that here. Bopped out to second and short respectively in his 2 at-bats. Serving as the leadoff man here in the 4th. Cal out of catcher, had a big year last year. Hugo mentioned earlier, batted .333. Led the team in doubles as well. That one mashed to left field. Ranging back is Lambert, and he'll make the catch. Prather just missed that one.
Third base, number 17, JC Osario Agard.
And this is a guy to watch, Osario Agard. He's already got a base hit today, and he's been very aggressive early in counts. I'm looking for him to drive the ball the other way on this first pitch.
Home run that he has here in Rec Park was the other way, out to right center. It was a 3-run shot 3 nights ago. First pitch to him, breaking ball, loops in there above the zone for a ball. Had his second home run out in Marysville last night. One of 2 Packer home runs. Him and Tommy Brown both left the yard. And a dominant 7-inning run rule victory. 1-0. That one fouled off. Looks like it caught the umpire and he's a bit shaken up. As Josh Mendoza will come out from behind the plate and give him some time. Looks like that one caught him on the right ankle there. And appears to be okay, but bit of a stinger for sure.
And I do believe that off-speed pitches are the way to pitch to a Sario guard, because this guy has elite pop on that heater. Last year for the Prune Packers, he had one that went all the way over the scoreboard out there in left center.
It's a long ways. 1-1 count now. That one big swing and a miss on the breaking ball on 1 and 2. Dowski doing a good job there on the mound. One-two pitch on its way. That one slash foul, hard to hit. The other way, like you said, Nolan. Just straighten that one out a little bit. Sun's starting to set. Glare looks a little better today than it normally would where the sun is right now. A lot of cloud cover and a gloomy day here in the Berg.
I'm not complaining about the not hot temperatures, though.
1-2, lined over to third. Nice play there by Dolyard. Throw across the diamond in time. Flashing the leather there. Excuse me, Tyler Bolyard retires the second out of the inning.
That's an elite play, ranging over to his right, getting down to a knee and gloving that one, making a strong throw over to first for the second out of the inning.
That'll bring up Jake McCoy. Trying to start a 2-out rally here. Packers have scored runs in all the first 3 innings, looking to keep that streak going here into the 4th. Also have hits in all 3 innings, which is implied when they score runs. Held hitless so far, 2 up, 2 down between Prather and Rosario at guard. One-0 count after the first pitch ball. Adezinski rocks and fires home. That one outside all the way to the backstop for ball 2. Oh, a 2-0 count, 2 away here. McCoy will leave that one down the middle. 2-1 count.
Yeah, that's not his pitch there, 2-0. Looking for a heater.
One on off-speed pitch right at the bottom of the zone. Barely across the knees. Now the 2-1. Check swing, did he go? I'll say he did. So now 2-2. So McCoy chased that one way out of the zone. Adezinski trying to work 3 up, 3 down through the 4th. 2-2 to McCoy. Breaking ball cut on and missed. So 3 up, 3 down for the Stonecutters. No hits, no runs, no one left aboard for the Packers. 8-0 the score as we are through 4 here in the Berg.
17-38, 8-0 Packer lead. And you know when you hear Fetty Wap, it's time for Ari Bethea. And when I talked to Ari before he came in, he said, you know what, I have nothing to work on. I want to throw gas. And so Bethea enters the game. He'll face off against Luca Peterson. To start things off, first offering from the Volunteer. And this one is flared into center field, and it'll drop in for a base hit.
It's a winner's mentality, Just, I don't have anything that I want to do other than throw gas.
Well, like you said, winner's mentality. It's the greatest mentality. Throw gas and hit tanks. He definitely had some white monster before the game today. It turns it turns Emmett's fastball from 40 miles an hour to 70. So I wonder what it does to him. Here's the first pitch now to Gavin Delaney, and it is in there for a called strike at the knees.
I think Ari Bethea is a smelling salts guy based on that statement.
I don't know. The way he said it, probably not. The 0-1. And that one's away. He just, I asked him, he kind of like very nonchalantly went, I don't really want to work on anything. I just want to throw hard, throw gas. Kind of in that tone of voice. I think he was just locked in. 1-1 now on the way to Delaney. And the Cal Poly signee swings and fouls that one straight back, and there goes our camera. So, ladies and gentlemen, you get the scene of a beautiful redwood roof here as Nolan will head down to go and fix the camera. 1-2 now, the count to Delaney. Bethea gets his side, checks on the runner at first. 8-0 lead here for the Pack in the bottom of the fourth, or the top of the fourth. Here's the pitch. At the knees, struck him out swinging. Well, struck him out looking, actually. Sorry, getting confused with the camera.
There's a lot going on.
Lot going on. Nolan fixes the camera up beautifully. Great work by him.
Efficient. Like Ari Bethea.
Like Ari Bethea. Exactly. Cale Lambert now at the plate. Grounded out to second his last time up. Here's the first offering to him, and it's a fastball that goes in and out of the glove of Trey Martinez. And back to the backstop as now the Folsom Lake Falcon Peterson moves up.
If there was a smelling salts guy on the team, who would it be?
Jake McCoy.
Yeah, that's a good shout. I think McCoy, or maybe like Matthew Austinfort.
Maybe Matthew Austinfort. Maybe Brandon Mann. Probably not. Mason Lerma, 100%.
Well, yeah, I could see Lerma. I feel like Coach Gomes maybe ripped some salts before, like, someone tries to stretch a double into a triple. I mean, he gets intense with those windmills out there. I can see it.
Maybe Logan Sutter. I like Austinfort, though. Austinfort, yeah, definitely. And Jake, I don't know. Maybe if Jake has another big game, we'll ask him. Here's the pitch, and that one's at the knees. Fastball, 1-1 now.
I feel like Jake's the guy who does smelling salts and then yells a lot. Matthew Austinfort's more of like a quiet salts guy.
Yeah, that's true. You never know. Matt Mansberry could be just doing a ton of smelling salts before the game. 1-1. That one skips in the dirt. 2-1.
Do you ever do smelling salts?
I've had them once. It was during a lifeguard training, actually. They give you smelling salts.
That's how you wake up unconscious people.
Yeah, and so one of my coworkers thought it would be a really funny idea to put smelling salts under my nose. And boy, was that a wake up. 2-1 on the way from Bethea. That one's outside. 3-1.
So yeah, I mean, smelling salts big part of the hockey scene. I did a lot of smelling salts, and then I realized they were really bad for you, and I stopped.
That's probably good. 3-1 now to Cale Lambert on the way from Bethea. Big swing and a miss. Goes after the fastball. So now the count moves full. I know of quite a few guys in high school who rip smelling salts before their games. Kind of they called it a therapeutic remedy The payoff pitch from Bethia. Swing and a miss. Fastball. You're going to need some smelling salts to catch up to that one. Lambert fanned back-to-back strikeouts for Ari Bethia.
I don't know if a therapeutic remedy would be how I would describe it. More of like a massive slap to the face.
Some people even did it in swimming, too. Like on my swim team, we had guys doing smelling salts. Here's the pitch, and that one is away and low, 1-0.
Whatever works.
Yeah, whatever works. I mean, I even saw it during water polo season, but water polo season's understandable because you're getting in a pool, you're treading water, and you're punching people. Whereas in swimming, you're getting in a pool, swimming a lap, and getting out. The 1-0, fastball is upstairs, 2-0. Great patience here by Gavin Maguia. A second.
Should do smelling salts for one of our pregame videos and just see how it goes.
I would actually be interested in seeing how that works. 2-0 on the way. Fastball way upstairs. Count moves to 3-0. Munguia, a Folsom Lake Falcon. Pitch, and that one's away. There's a walk. So now runners on first and second. Peyton Dupree. Dupree stands in here. Runner goes, throw is outside for a ball. Throw down to third is not in time. Great jump there by Luca Peterson, and now runners on the corners. Weird that they didn't double steal there. Maybe that was a Peterson special, but you'd think try and take away the play at second. But all right.
Looks like Trey Martinez is okay behind the plate, but umpire stopped for him, giving him some time here, it looks like. Not sure what happened. Now a trainer coming out. I think he might have looked like he followed through and hit the bat with the right-handed batter in. So gonna get some throws and make sure he's okay.
Yeah, but then the question is, well, actually there is no question. They go down and they say, Tommy Brown, well, you thought you had an off day. Think again. That might be the fourth time they've told Tommy Brown that this year.
Go get the smelling salts, Tommy. You're in.
He's another guy that could be a smelling salt guy. There's a lot of guys, but I think the guy that definitely keeps him in his cabinet at home is Coach Gomes. I think that he would do it. Here's the pitch from Bethia. It's just a bit outside to Dupree. Count moves to 2-0.
I feel like that's a closer thing, like a lot of closers. But like, I don't know if as a second baseman I'd ever really do it.
Yeah, I think Tanner Bradley did him. I can't remember. 2-0, here's the pitch. That one is in there for a called strike, 2-1. I can confirm that there was a guy who plays now at Mendocino College that was on that Newman baseball team, Madden White. He did smelling salts, and he hit tanks. And, you know, it might limit brain function later in life, but he hit tanks. 2-1 is in the dirt, 3-1 now. Buffet count. Martinez able to get it quickly. Not have to throw down to second. Would be ambitious to run here, but I wouldn't doubt a potential double steal. Still only one hit in the ball game for the Stonecutters, and that hit started this fifth inning. Runners on the corners, 8-0 lead for the Pack. Buffet count, 3-1 pitch coming from Bethia, the Tennessee Volunteer. He kicks and fires. Fastball, this one's clubbed deep left field. Moving back on his McCoy. He will look up and watch it kick off the base of the wall. It is going to roll back into center field, and run will come in to score as checking into second goes Peyton Dupree.
Good swing there by Dupree. Pull that one in the air, just missed a home run, but really good job from Jake McCoy out there in left field. Took a terrible kick off the base of the wall, but still able to get it in quickly. Likely saved that run from first. So really good job from him there.
Yeah, and the ultimate nightmare almost happened there. The Little League home run nightmare. There is a cement base to the wall across most of Rec Park. The only part is that ball they input out in center field is, really left center field to the deepest part of the ballpark. It says 400. It is not 400. It's 426 to the deepest part of the ballpark here. If you hit it over the scoreboard, that's 435 feet, according to Google Earth. So, yeah, I said Google a little weird there. But so 280 down the left field line, 350 down the right field line. As it runs along the fence, it gets to about 320 over just down from the press box there in right center field. And then dead center's about 370-ish, I'm pretty sure. And then it gets all the way out to that connection in the wall there where it's about 426. Very interesting the way that this ballpark is made, but it is a classic ballpark. Here's the first offering. This one's hit out into one of the deepest parts of the ballpark by Bolliard. Back on the warning track at the wall and making the catch is Dane Morrow, and the side is retired. So, after a jumble of words from me and a run scored by the Stonecutters, we head to the bottom of the fifth. Welcome back. Bottom of the fifth inning, it is Travian Martinez. It'll be Martinez, Olsenfort, and Van Wee. We'll likely see the 9-hitter in Matthew Mansberry, who right now is giving Justin Lucas a run for his money with an 1,000 average so far. Here's the first offering to Martinez. It's inside, and it nearly got him. Zach Lazinski out there. Noah Warner in line for the loss. Lazinski's done a great job, though, since coming in. Here's the second offering. That one's low. 2-0 now. Speaking of smelling salts, Martinez's own teammate at UCSD and a guy that was here last year and the year before that, was supposed to be here this year but got injured and is likely done for the year. Hopefully we see him out here, though. 2-0 is outside and away. 3-0. Alex Leopard, the legend. He one of the greatest Prune Packers to ever step on the field. played at Annalee High School. He's from Sebastopol. Came here, played for the Pack for 2 seasons. This year was or 3 seasons rather. This year was supposed to be his 4th, I'm pretty sure. And then, he broke his arm as the 3-0 is across the letters for called strike 1, 3-1. Broke his arm during the season, so he's likely not going to see it at bat this year for the Pack, as he's set to be a prospect for the 2026 draft. But he is a guy who's a complete glue guy, but also short, compact, strong hitter. As the 3-1 is grounded up the middle. Tough play here for Peterson. Spins around, throw to first in time. Now Matthew Osenfort will come up. And yeah, I mean, he was, I believe he stood around 5'10", leopard, power guy, hit so many homers. Just such a great player for the Tritons, such a great player for Annalee, SRJC. Wherever he went, he made an impact. And also, anytime he came up, he was doing the stuff, he was doing the textbook things you would see after someone taking smelling salts, sniffing around, clearing their nose, flexing their nose. As the first offering to Osenfort is fouled off down the left field line into foul territory. Giving chase is Lambert, but he'll watch it fall out of play. 0-1. But one of those guys, he was, a glue guy, Easton.
Glue guys do smelling salts.
Most of them. Mark McGuire would you say Mark McGuire was a glue guy?
I didn't say people who do smelling salts are glue guys, but glue guys do smelling salts.
Well, that's true. 0-1. Breaking ball is in there for a called strike. 0-2. I know you're a Tigers fan. What would you say is your all-time glue guy?
Oh. I mean, it's kind of tough to say. I'm going to give you one not from the Tigers, though. For anyone who watched ASU baseball this year, which I watched a lot of, Brody Briggs was the ultimate glue guy.
0-2 is low. 1-2. Brody Briggs.
Dude's kind of small, wasn't the greatest hitter, but really good defensively, was a catcher, played with a ton of energy, got ejected from a game, and he was just the energy guy. He was a glue piece on the team.
Here's the 1-2, and that one's low. 2-2. Yeah, I mean, quite the year for him. Despite the 238 average, he really came together. Stolen bases wise, 2 for 3. 19 ribbies. Seems like a clubhouse guy. Here's the pitch outside.
Just not someone that you have to watch him to understand it. It's not even you can look at the scorebook and be like, yeah, he's a glue guy. It's like, I feel like that's how glue guys are. Like, you have to watch them and you're like, yeah, that's a glue guy.
17 for 36 on stolen bases. That's insane. Pitch in at the knees, and Osenfort is sprung up. Let's do an ABS check on that one. And confirmed, it's a strike. ABS presented to you by No, I'm kidding. We don't have that type of sponsorship. T-Mobile does do our internet, though, so T-Mobile, please sponsor us.
ABS brought to you by our analytics crew to our right.
Brought to you by Evitt Peterson and his Penn State degree. Here's the pitch. First offering to Will Van Wee is a slider outside, 1-0. Peterson got a lot of stuff done in Happy Valley and a great place. Big Trace McSorley fan, I do know that. The 1-0 on the way. Fastball. Big swing and a miss. 1-1.
I want to go back to my Tigers glue guy real quick. And I want to say Akil Baddoo for like 2 months.
Okay. All right. I like it.
But
I like it.
Just for like the first 2 months he got called up from high A.
I like it. Akil Baddoo. The 1-1. Inside, 2-1. My Giants glue guy would be...
I feel like I have a Giants glue guy, but I'll let you go first.
No, you go.
I feel like Hunter Pence was the glue guy for the Giants teams that had a lot of success and won the World Series.
Oh, yes, 100%. Pence was an incredible player. 2-1, and this one's grounded to the right, picked up by the first baseman, Munguia, and he will step on the bag. 3 up, 3 down again. Zach Lazinski having himself a day against the Pack. We'll be right back. 8-1, Packers lead it.
Chicago, the 26-year-old.
Bang those drums. Jack Paris is in the ball game. Top of the 6th inning. Josh Mendoza, the 2, 3, and the 4 for the Stonecutters will come up. Mendoza, Cody, and Shaikowski trying to keep the momentum flowing here for the Stonecutters. Picked up a run last inning, and they're looking to keep it rolling. Paris struggled a little bit with his command last time out, but he's looking to fix it, and he's got one of the most aggressive walkout songs in all of summer collegiate baseball. Definitely can scare some opposing batters as Paris gets set. First offering now to Mendoza.
Definitely a smelling salts guy.
100%. Here's the pitch. That one's outside.
In his last outing, went 2/3 of an inning against the West Coast Kings and gave up 4. Not a good outing for him at all. Struggled with his location.
Second offering on the 1-0 is in there for a called strike. 1-1 now. I believe it's Andrew Shaw. I think it was Andrew Shaw. The 1-1 is upstairs and inside. 2-1 to Mendoza, the Cal Poly kid. Yeah, it was Andrew Shaw with Stanford baseball. The 2-1 is upstairs. 3-1. He was a player with red hair, and he would always walk out with he walked to the mound with Big Red playing, and so he loved it. I think that would also be a good walk-up song for Jack Paris. As this pitch is flared out into left field, giving chase is Mansberry, and he makes the catch. The high schooler coming in and making an incredible play in his Packers debut.
How in the world did he make that play? He stabbed that thing out of midair. That might be the play of the season so far.
Calling Sports Center top 10. That was incredible. Mansberry, in fact, in the semifinal game of the Ohio State Championships, the one game that Mansberry didn't play in as the pitch is fouled off to the left, Walsh Jesuit played the winner of this game. They had an infielder lay out and make an incredible diving play and then throw on to first beautifully, and it made SportsCenter top 10 right at number 8, just below James Outman. The 0-1 is fouled off, 0-2. If you can't tell, this is what I do when I go to sleep on vacation. I watch SportsCenter. Are you the same? Do you watch? Are you an NHL Now guy? What are you?
I just sleep.
0-2. Swung on and hit foul straight back.
Like when I'm awake, I'm a big movie guy, Hugo, but you know, like late nights, I'm more back of my eyelids guy.
All right. 0-2 with one down. Paris facing off against Tyler Cody. The offering, and that one is a two-seam that runs away. 1-2 now. I know you're a big movie guy, as you've mentioned. And you were talking to Julian and I yesterday about an app that you use to rank movies. The 1-2. Big swing and a miss. Cody is sat down a hat trick. Well, he's able to get the foul tip in, but it went. Oh, no, it did not get into the glove of. Did not find the glove of Martinez, so he stays alive. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And there we go. Cody finally sat down on strikes. All right, well, you're a big movie guy. What is the highest rated movie that you have personally rated?
Well, it's on I have probably about, I want to say 12 5-star movies now out of the roughly 160 I've watched, I believe.
With two down, here's the first offering to Tchaikovsky, and it's in there for a called strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-1. What would you say your top? What's your top three?
Top three. Number 3, I got La La Land with Ryan Gosling.
Okay.
Number 2, I got Inglourious.
Okay, yeah, I think we can connect that.
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino.
And then number 1 was the movie that got me into watching movies, Good Will Hunting.
All right, I respect it. That is a great top 10. The 1-1 swung on and hit foul. 1-2. So now 1-2. Paris bouncing back pretty efficiently and effectively here. One, two with two down. Paris drops back, kicks and delivers, and swung on and fouled off. Paris kicks and fires, and that one is just outside, almost goes. Count now moves 2-2. Deuce is wild. Paris trying to get the Packers the first efficient inning since Kimball's last in the third. Kimball went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 through his first three. Here's the 2-2. This one's lined up the middle. How do you like them apples? Brendan Lewis trying to make the play, and it's not in time as Tchaikovsky reaches base on the single.
See the Good Will Hunting reference in there for anyone who missed it?
Yeah, I got to do my best. My mom lived in South Boston, taught there for 6 years, so Boston is a part of my life. Got my first ball at Fenway Park.
Your first ball at a game or just your first ball ever?
First ball at Fenway Park at a game. 2 down. Here's the first pitch now to Luca Peterson. He watches that one in the dirt. 1-0 now.
Have you been out to the famous bench where that scene was filmed? It's right by Harvard.
I mean, I've been by it. I have not. I've been to Harvard. I just have not been there. Talk about famous benches, though. The 1-0 is outside. 2-0. Just recently was in Savannah, Georgia, actually, to start my week. And I got to sit, well, the bench isn't there anymore. It was created as a stage for the movie. But I sat at the bench where Forrest Gump asked a woman if she wanted some chocolate. Yeah.
There you go.
Chippewa Square there. 2-0 with 2 down. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Statue of James Oglethorpe there. He was a guy that probably was a smelling salts guy. Very big, brought a big presence. But, you know, contrary to popular belief with a lot of colonialists, around that era, he actually brought in everyone to the colony. So Savannah was a very, as that one runs inside, almost gets him, 3-1 now. It was a very inclusive place. They brought in, they didn't care about anything. They were very inclusive. So to start their colony off, and to my knowledge, I believe they actually didn't allow slavery there for the first 30 years until the Crown took it over. The 3-1 swung on and grounded now to short. Fielded on the hump by Mansberry, who takes the short corner there to Lewis at second, and the side is retired. So the Pack escaped that one efficiently, and we'll be right back. Bottom of the sixth here, Hugo Traverso alongside Easton Stockford, and it's time for Matthew Mansberry, the kid, to step into the box. One of the best hitters in high school baseball, heading to the University of Michigan next year. Here's the first offering from the new pitcher in Andrew Hancock. Hancock fires that one in above the zone. 1-0. Hancock has no home currently, listed under no college. The 1-0 on the way to Mansberry, and he skies this one into deep right field, giving chase to Shykowski, and it goes in and out of his glove. Mansberry digging for second. It'll be held up there, and the question is, do we assess that an error? Is that an error?
I think that's a double. That's a tough play to make.
We call that an error on the right fielder, so Mansberry's shot at a perfect 1,000 night is unfortunately shot down. But now we've got Zane Kelly coming to the plate. Kelly, left-handed batter out of San Diego State.
I'm mad at our analytics crew for everyone that in there. That's a real tough play out there in right field to make.
Yes.
Ran a long way for it.
I can't make that play. I can tell you that.
We know.
Here's the pitch. Kelly in there to bunt. He shows it and bunts it down that third base line and foul. Mansberry able to get his stuff over to Coach Gomes and trot back to second. He's quick. A lot of tools. They're very happy about him. He's still technically a prospect for this year's draft. I'm amazed. I would think that Andrew Hancock, maybe the home for him might be Hancock College in the 3C2A. I believe that's located in the Central Valley. 0-1. That one's high and inside, 1-1. Let me fact check myself. I got to swim with them actually when they were at the SRJC college invite. Allen Hancock College in Santa Maria. Yep, Central Valley.
There's also a Hancock University in South Korea.
1-1. That one's high, and there's the throw down to third. And Mansberry is in under the tag. Slips his left hand down there before the tag. And oh my goodness, what a play by Matthew Mansberry in his Packers debut.
This guy's pretty good.
Yeah, high school kid. Rare to see him, a guy who just graduated high school playing for the Packers, but he is good enough, and he's ready. 2-1 now to Zane Kelly. The pitch. Kelly, big swing and a miss on a high fastball. Yeah, Hancock College not far from where you actually broke down in terms of your car. Hancock University, they might have a good baseball team. KBO out there, you never know. 2-2 now to Kelly. The pitch, swing and a miss. Hancock downs him.
Could go to South Carolina Gamecocks, maybe? It's a good baseball school, great baseball school. Maybe eventually.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely have some work to do, but Logan Sutter played for them. Brendan Lewis now up to the plate. Here's the pitch from Hancock. Breaking ball is way upstairs, and Lewis ducks under it.
There's also a Babcock University in Nigeria. Could be a good landing spot.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know about baseball there, but I don't know if Nigeria actually has a baseball team. You never know, though. Here's the pitch, and that one's swung on and hit foul off to the left.
Next World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, I think they'd opt for a like Nairobi, Kenya, or Johannesburg, South Africa. Actually, probably not. 1-1 with one down, runner on third here. Lewis trying to bring home Mansberry. Here's the pitch. This one is lined up the middle. Should do the trick. Cody moving back at the wall. He makes the catch on the warning track, and Mansberry will trot on home. 9-1 Pack. So here comes Hideki Prather.
Couple players out of Nigeria. None of which I'm going to attempt to pronounce.
I can pronounce them. Louis Okoye, Jordan Nwogu. There's the Nigerian football player, actually, who's headed to the Eagles. That was an interesting pick. Here's the pitch, and Prather fouls that one back into the screen.
Similar physicals to Miles Garrett.
Yeah, and he's got great speed, great traction.
It's just needs a little more football experience with a lot of potential.
0-1 here with two down. Here's the pitch. That one's low and away and skips to the backstop. 2-1 now. Prather waits. Was just feet from a homer. A few bats ago, and he fouls this one out.
Still looking for his first hit, too. He's been really consistent, but a bit of a lull so far in his first three at-bats this game.
2-2 now with two down to Prather. The pitch, breaking ball. He lines this one to third, and a beautiful catch made by Josh Boyard. And that will do it for the inning. The Packers are able to bring home a run in the form of Matthew Mansberry, but only extend their lead to 9-1 when we come back. We'll have a new pitcher in the ball game.
Back here for the top of the 7th inning. New pitcher on the mound, San Jose State's Caden Duke on the bump.
Yeah, Duke started his career at the University of the Pacific, but then made his way to SJSU. Local guy. He's, I believe, out of eligibility, but you never know with the aftermath of COVID. Crazy to think it's 6 years ago, but still changing college sports.
It is pretty crazy to think about. As Duke is ready to go here to start off the 7th inning. Evan Delaney leading things off for the Stonecutters. First pitch from Duke. Just a bit down in the zone for a ball.
Yeah, Duke 15 appearances, pitched to a 6.62 ERA, 17 2/3 innings with a 4-0 record.
That one rings off the mask of Trey Martinez. And it looks like someone caught it. The ball boy
It was the ball boy.
made the snag, much to the crowd's enjoyment. 2-0 count for Duke. Dugout's loving it as well. High fives for the ball boy. 2-0 breaking ball drops in there inside half of the plate for a strike. Shout out to that ball boy. Hey, I didn't see it, but it must have been an impressive catch. That breaking ball slapped over to first. Austin Ford will pick it up. He'll hold up the stop sign to Duke and step on the bag himself. One away here in inning number 7. Now Cale Lumbert up to the plate. Playing left field. He is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout today. Big curveball drops in there, ball 1. Skipped in the dirt. Looks like it just caught the bottom of the zone. A lot of break on that. Two-0 count. About 10 inches on the curveball. 2-0. In there for a strike. Now 2-1 count to Cale Lambert.
A Duke older guy reminds me a little bit of the Packers pitcher Caleb Devin last year.
2-1. Another breaking ball. That one in there for a strike.
Devin was, one of those guys who, out of eligibility, draft eligible, came to the Packers first half of the season, 3,200 RPM on his slider. Unreal. And he was D3, too.
That 2-2 slap back up the middle. Here comes Mansberry across the diamond, another beauty from the Michigan commit. He's been an absolute gem out there in the field so far. 2 away here in number 7. Having an outstanding debut. 2 stolen bases, pair of singles, an error that arguably could have been ruled a double. Nice swim move, a web gem, and a couple really smooth plays. Breaking ball in there for a strike from Duke. As Onguya jumped out of the way, but that one caught the inside corner. Now an 0-1 count. Duke fires home. Another curveball. That one catches the outside corner this time for a strike. He's relying on that breaking pitch quite a bit. An 0-2 count now for Caden Duke. Trying to get through the 7th, 3 up, 3 down. On its way. Swing and a miss. First strikeout of the game for Caden Duke. He goes 3 up, 3 downs. No runs, no hits for the Stonecutters. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th right after a quick break and a quick stretch.
Time to get up and stretch. It's 7th inning stretch time, and our Healdsburg pep band is going to lead us and take me out to the ball game. Out the ball. Packer Jack. Good root for the Pack. We are at the ball game. Thank you for the band joining us tonight. Fantastic.
Bottom of the 7th inning, JC Osorio guard leading things off. Andrew Hancock still on the mound for the South Placer Stonecutters. First pitch to a guard breaking ball. Just misses the zone for ball 1. 1-0. One off the inside part of the bat. It'll be just foul.
Yeah, guard quickly down 0-2 here. It's kind of been a down night for him. It's still 1 for 3 with an RBI. Brought home the go-ahead run for the Pack in the first.
Hancock fires home that one. Picked out of the dirt there by Mendoza. Looks like we might have a new catcher for Gavin Delaney moving behind the plate now for the Stonecutters. That one on its way, lined into left field, ranging in is Cody, who will make the catch, first out of the inning.
Now batting to San Jose State, number 9, Jake McCoy.
So one away now for Jake McCoy. He finds himself 2 for 3 on the day, a single, a double, and a strikeout.
Yeah, another great year for Jake McCoy, so we'll see if he can keep this year going.
That one on the ground over to third. He's Bulliard up. Throw from the shortstop won't be in time. It'll be an E5. Helps McCoy reach aboard.
Arizona State, and word number 6, Tommy Brown.
Now a pinch hitter coming in here. Trey Martinez being relieved by Tommy Brown. defensive changes as well for the Stonecutters. Josh Mendoza and Gavin Delaney have switched places in the field. Mendoza now over at second base while Delaney is behind the plate.
Gotta love the young boy.
Picked his walk-up song because of his ASU teammate Landon Harrison. Had the same walk-up song. That one in there for a strike. Gets away from Delaney. McCoy won't go anywhere. And Landon Harrison, a Golden Spikes finalist, didn't have himself too bad of a year. Broke the single-season home run record at ASU. Doing it in honor of him. Did hit the portal, though, just a couple days ago as he takes strike 2. Harrison announced his return, and then about 2 days after, Tommy Brown announced that he will be transferring. 3 home runs on the year. One of them came last night in Marysville. 0-2. That one fouled off as Tommy Brown will stay alive. An 0-2 count now for Brown. Hancock comes home with it. That one swung on and missed, strike 3. Well, Tommy Brown down on strikes in his first at bat. Now Matthew Austin Fort will have a chance here with 2 outs and 1 man on. 1 for 3 with a triple. McCoy off of first, no movement from him. That one comes home, fouled straight back. No 1 count now after the foul ball to Austin Fort. Hancock set, checks over to first. Now he kicks and fires home. That one inside, 1-1 count. A 1-1 now to Austin Fort. McCoy still off of first. Down and in. Count will be 2-1. Two-one count, pick back to first. McCoy in there easily. Didn't stray too far, but with 2 out here, get some action on the bases. Count still 2-1 after the pickoff. Austin Fort lines one into right field, base hit. McCoy will hold up at second. A big swing there from Austin Fort. That one hit hard. And a 2-out single puts runners on first and second for a possible player of the game candidate in Will Van Wee.
Yeah, having himself quite the day.
Just heard from Eli to my right here, 110 off the bat on the base hit.
That one was shot out of a cannon. Oh my goodness.
Might be the hardest hit ball we've had this season. Getting confirmation that it is. Austin Fort has some pop, not being held off. Reading off of McCoy. Off his lead, we'll see if he goes here. Van Wee at the plate, Hancock still on the mound. First pitch. Jammed right side, ranging over. Young guy. That one will go off the Steindorf Barnes rattle on the roof and drop down. Now an 0-1 count now to Austin Fort. There's a lot going on to our left.
Lots going on to our left.
It's kind of hard to focus up here. 0-1 pitch. Van Wee lines one into left field. Oh, what a play over at third. Tyler Bulliard with shades of Fernando Tatis Jr. down the line there. Full extension to make the catch. That'll be the third out of the inning. 2 hits for the Packers, no runs scored, and they strand 2. We'll add to the top of the 8th. Caden Duke back on the bump here for the top of the 8th inning. 9-1 the score as the Packers hold a commanding lead over the South Placer Stonecutters. I gotta be honest, Hugo, I think I just like saying that. The South Placer Stonecutters, kind of a fun one to say. First one from Duke, inside corner for a strike.
Yeah, they definitely went really all in on the name. Very interesting.
The alliteration
Yeah.
at an all-time high with the South Placer Stonecutters. 0-1. That one on the ground over to the third. Osario Agard picks up, fires to first. First out of the 8th. Do you know if there's a reason behind them being the Stonecutters, or is it just like a name, or is there history behind that?
Well,
that's something you would know.
South Placer happens to refer to Placer County. I did know that. Now, I think they're referring to the point where it's in the western part of Placer County. You've got Rockland, Whitney, and Loomis. Those are 3 incredible baseball towns. Whitney High School, Rockland High, Del Oro, and Loomis, where none other than Logan Sutter went to school. But you've got great baseball there. It's kind of the corridor on 80 that you take all the way to get to Tahoe. It ranges all the way out to Tahoe and just barely to Truckee. So that's where the name came from, but I'd say the Stonecutters is probably an ode to the gold rush.
That would make sense. 0-1. That one jammed over short. Mansberry looking for another, but he can't find it. So it'll be a bloop single for Tyler Bulliard. A runner aboard as Caden Duke works into his 2nd inning. First hit, he surrendered. Bulliard off of first. Mendoza at the plate. Now switched over to second base. Started the game as the catcher. He'll take the first pitch for the ball. Defensive changes for the Packers is out in center field is Zane Kelly now as he came in for Dane Morrow, and behind the plate, Tommy Brown for Trey Martinez. Breaking ball in there, swing and a miss for a strike. So a 1-1 count now for Duke. That breaking ball is off the plate. One on. Mendoza trying to scratch out a little more. Only 3 hits so far for the Stonecutters. Inside corner, strike 2. Only the 1 run, which came back in the 5th inning. That one's cut on and missed, chased out of the zone. And a big strikeout there for Caden Duke, as he'll put the second out of the inning up on the board. The second strikeout of the game. One out away from turning things back to the plate for the Packers and putting them 3 outs away from a commanding win. Another breaking ball there above the zone. Looking right now, Hugo. Stonecutter is a skilled tradesperson who shapes, carves, and dresses natural or artificial stone for construction, monuments, or sculptures.
That makes sense. There would be a lot of sculptures and monuments.
As that one gets past Brown all the way to the backstop. Moving up on the play is Bulliard.
And a lot of statues and monuments and stone cutting in South Placer County. It's a very interesting way that that county's kind of shaped. It's kind of shaped like Gambia, the country in Africa, just kind of very long. You could say it's hot dog style. Not Sonoma County where it's big top down, not like that.
What's in one though? It's hot dog hamburger.
Yeah, but so I'd say like, yeah, Sonoma County looks like a hamburger. Placer County looks like an oblong hot dog that decided it wanted to have like a really thick part of it. Almost like a water gun, kind of.
2-1 pitch, fouled away. It seems like in South Placer there's a town called Rockland.
There is, yeah, that is where...
Known historically as the granite capital of California.
That would be true. That is where Logan Webb is from.
Two-two pitch. Cut on in, miss. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Caden Duke. And he is cutting through the stone cutters out here in Sonoma County, not in South Placer. 9-1 the score. We'll head to the 8th. Back here, bottom of the 8th, likely the last ups for the Packers, and leading it off, Matthew Mansberry, who's had himself one heck of a debut. 3 for 3 after 2 singles and a double. As this one lined into left center, and how about a 4-hit game in the debut for Matthew Mansberry?
4 for 4. Breaking on to the stage here.
Already has 2 stolen bags this game as well. Maybe looking for a third. And what a debut he's had. We had mixed rulings on the fly ball to right field that was dropped. Our side of the tables out here in the stands thought it was a double. The other side was mostly saying air. It's the first pitch to Zane Kelly's outside for ball 1. But ultimately it was ruled a double on the scoring system. So we'll count it as a double. One outside, ball 2. 2-0 pitch, swung on and missed in the dirt as Kelly chases. Looks like he got a piece of it. A 2-1 count for Kelly. Back pick to first. That one gets away. Here goes Mansberry. Rolls all the way to the fence. And Matthew Mansberry doesn't get a stolen base, but forces an error and moves up in the scoring position. Have yourself a night. What a debut for the young man.
Yeah, having himself, like you said, he's having himself a night. It's making my life a little bit harder between Van Wee and Matt Mansberry. Question is who?
Couple great performances. Caleb Kimball had only 3 innings pitched. Also had a perfect game through those 3 innings. That one fouled straight back. Retired 9 in a row. Diced up the Stonecutters. Yeah, a couple good options. Can't be a wrong one. Interview all 3, Hugo.
I honestly just might. I might. We'll see.
2-2 count now to Zane Kelly. He has one in scoring position, and that one has speed in the form of Mansberry. It's way home in the dirt. Mansberry will hold up at second. Good stop behind the plate by Gavin Delaney. Still has 1 year left in high school. Delaney behind the plate, committed to Cal Poly. Going into his senior year. Hugo probably knows the high school.
Who? Wait, who?
Gavin Delaney.
Oh yeah, he goes to Whitney High.
There you go. Full count. Cold strike 3 on the inside corner. So Zane Kelly put down on strikes. There's 1 away in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah. Whitney High, another South Placer legendary school. There's also Roseville in South Placer, and Roseville's got a high school who just as of recent has been an incredible baseball high school.
We'll bring up Brendan Lewis. He has 2 RBIs in a 1-for-3 day, an RBI triple and a sac fly. Drove in the run in the 6th inning. Another RBI chance here for him, 1-0 count. That one skied into center field. Cody ranging in, snags it on the run, 2 away. Now Hideki Prather trying to find his first hit of the game. 2 pop outs, a fly out, and a line out. He's 0 for 4. Been really good all year long. Struggled a little bit to find it tonight.
Crazy to think that in a majority of their wins this year, the Packers have held their opponent to 1 run.
Almost all of them, other than 12-6 win against the Bay Area Marauders, though 2 losses to the Chico and Wolves and the West Coast Kings. I think 1 game rather, where their 2 runs came across. It was the 1-0. High in the air to right field, but well foul.
I mean, technically part of Folsom is in Placer County. I think that a lot of people in Placer County would say that that is not true. Granite Bay is there too, but they get like the nice part of Folsom. Folsom is a nice town. It's a nice place, but you should remember that there is a prison there. Folsom Prison, famous Folsom Prison Blues.
Certainly won't forget that. 1-1, grounded back up the middle. Going to be a tough play. Peterson picks it up, throws to first, gets away from him. Mansberry comes in to score. Prather will reach safely. It'll be an E6 with 2 outs to drive across the double-digit marker of the game.
Now batting, University of Hawaii, number 17, J.C. Rosario Agar.
So J.C. Asario Agard as the people to the left of us who are having themselves a good night yell at him to hit a bomb.
Yeah, you got an Intel. Intel has headquarters there in Folsom.
Tried to hit a bomb on that first pitch. Swings and a miss for a strike.
Cole, of course, Folsom High, home of the one and only Rider Lions. El Dorado Hills is right there.
0-1. That one blasted right field all the way. Track wall. And the calls were answered. J.C. Asario, a guard. 2-run shot deep to right field as he takes one the other way. 12-1 the score. Packers on top.
Well, just like that, a guard is a quarter of the way to matching his mark from last year. I think he might match that mark and maybe exceed it. He's had himself one heck of a summer.
9 RBIs in the last 2 games for him. The cowbell that looks to be about 127 years old, older than Rec Park, is being obnoxiously rung to my left. (12-1) now the score. 13th hit of the game for the Packers, and McCoy, left field, adios pelota! Back-to-back blast, Jake McCoy, a solo shot, a big bottom of the 8th, 13-1 the score.
You gotta love it. McCoy. There's a fan out there who threw the ball back.
Late power from the Packers. Jake McCoy, his 2nd home run of the year. And he's also a contender for player of the game now. He's a triple shy of the cycle. Granted, he won't get another at-bat, but 3-hit game for him, a single, a double, and a homer. You're going to have a tough choice there, Hugo.
We might have to interview the whole team.
Yeah, might as well just interview Coach Gomes at this point.
Honestly, yeah. Or Coach Carter.
That'd be whoever. You should just line up everyone who played down the third base line and ask them one question. Just go down the line. First pitch to Tommy Brown. Leave it down in the zone, ball 1. Second pitch to Brown is fouled away. 1-1 count. One. That one grounded back up the middle. Diving effort at short from Peterson. It'll be a base hit for Tommy Brown. He moves to 1 for 2 on the day after coming in a couple innings ago. What a night here at Rec Park. Well, 2 away here, Matthew Austin for it. Has the runner on, already 4 across in the inning. That one fouled away. Austin Ford out of Michigan. He's once the #1 rated first baseman in the entire country. Started at Vanderbilt, went to NC State, now with the Blue. Outside, 1-1 count. And 1's now for Austin Fort. Brown leads off the first, has speed, but not very far off the bag. That one fouled straight back. 1-2. One for 2. 2 away here to Austin Fort. That one swung on and missed, dropped, picked up calmly. And the plate, I'm going to say he tipped it. It seems like Austin Fort seemed to think he tipped it. The catcher thought he tipped it. Thrown to first now. Austin Fort going to run back, and the tag's put on him. Kind of confused, but What an inning for the Packers. 4 runs come across in the 8th, a pair of home runs, back-to-back shots from J.C. Osorio, a guard, and Jake McCoy. 13-1 the score. We'll head to the 9th.
And we welcome you back here to Recreation Park. Simon Lemke trying to close this Packer game out. They are leading 13-1 off a heavy hitting throughout the lineup. Most recently in the 8th inning, back-to-back bombs by J.C. Osorio guard and Jake McCoy.
Top of the 9th inning for the Stonecutters, number 38, George Chakowski.
And George Jakowski will lead it off for the Stonecutters. He has bounced out twice and gotten a base knock. Playing right field today.
It's been tough sledding for the Stonecutters at the plate. Only the 1 run on 3 hits. They've had a tough time. Packer pitching struggled in a couple of recent games that have looked really good tonight.
Lemke deals. That one's grounded to Austin Ford at first. The toss on to Lemke is in time. 1 away here in the 9th.
Tougher play there than it might have seemed. A couple weird hops there for Austin Ford, but able to handle it nicely. Good job by Lemke to get over to cover. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Good sinker in on the handle to Shakowski to get him to give you a soft ground ball. 1 away. And now Luca Peterson will step in. Peterson 0 for 3 on the day. Playing shortstop. That one's in there for a strike. Good slider that came back, 1-1.
Simon Lemke, another arm on this Packer staff that entered the transfer portal. Entered it 4 hours ago. Really recent.
And that one is cut on and missed. Peterson dropped his bat. 1-2 now. Fastball at the top of the zone that Peterson couldn't lay off. Outfield plague straight away. As Lemke deals. Slider in there for strike 3. And there's 2 down in the 9th.
Really good breaking the ball there from Lemke. First game since he's entered the portal. Feels like an important one to show up in. There's a chance to close this one out. He's a San Diego State guy. See where he ends up. But late portal entry.
And the Stonecutters are down to their final out as that slider misses just outside.
No, and it kind of feels like an interesting thing to, enter the portal 2 hours before you're pitching the 9th inning of a summer ball game.
Yeah, it's interesting. You might, as that one's grounded to third, a guard on to first for the out, and a quick 1-2-3 inning for Lemke to close this game out. Packers take the win 13-1 as they absolutely mash the ball. 15 hits on the day compared to the Packers, compared to the Stonecutters 3. And what did you take away from that game, Easton?
It feels like this team's really woken up. They had the close game against the West Coast Kings in Game 1 of league play, and Coach Gomes kind of lit a fire under his squad. And then Game 2 they lose, which I think all of us here were expecting them to kind of rally back and for Coach Gomes to kind of light a fire under them. But last night against Marysville, they hit the ball really well. Tonight might have been the best hitting performance I've seen from them all season. It felt like most of their stuff came from runs. They really didn't walk as much as they have in the past or get free 90s as much or anything like that. Everything was earned and worked for, and it ended up being a really, really strong game for the Packers at the plate and on the mound as well. Pitching really showed up, only allowing 3 hits and 1 run as well. So a whole complete performance for the Packers. A lot to look forward to. 2 games left this weekend, but it feels like everything's only gone up from that first game of league play.
No doubt about it. Those losses against Chico and the West Coast Kings, I don't want to say a good loss, but it kind of motivated them to come out, and boy did they dominate South Placer today. 13-1 is your final. We will be back here tomorrow, same time, 6 o'clock. Thank you.